Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of the Statify MMA podcast. I'm joined by my co-host Z.
What up? How's everyone doing?
Thanks so much for joining us again, guys. Apologies for the I would say lapse in communication. There have been a bunch of events, and I guess we have some good ones coming up soon. So rather than taking some more time out, let's just jump right into it. Uh, we had two fights that went down, two very good events that went down. We had Duplessis versus Chimaev, which happened in Chicago. And we also just had the one that happened last week, which was Imavov versus Braulio. The Duplessis versus Chimaev event, if you wanted to go up more in detail with that, um, is that, see, would you say that
Yes.
you got surprised in the main event?
Main event
Yeah.
or the overall card? I mean, honestly, I'll start off with the fight with MVP versus what's his name again?
Jared Cannonier.
Derek Cannonier, man. I didn't think it's gonna be such a masterclass, to be honest. I thought Jared Cannonier would have had more in the bag. There was moments where some the momentum would look like it was gonna shift, like especially at the end of the round where he took him down and he was on top, but it's just like MVP for the rest of the fight, like he was just controlling everything, the distance and the speed was just too good, like yeah, I don't know. I just think it's interesting that at that age MVP still has that speed, you know what I mean? Because he's quite old,
Yeah,
to be honest, for
extremely interesting.
for
Yeah.
the division as well. And it's like, man's been saying he wants a title fight, and he's been doing good stuff to make a good case for himself. It's
Yeah,
just
he's
like,
even switching weight
yeah,
classes just because he wants to
yeah,
stay
switching weight
active.
class, yeah, because he fights at welterweight as well, right?
Yeah, he came in at welterweight, so you
Yeah,
just yeah, I believe now he
and
has
this
two
one was at
fights
middleweight.
upper weight class. Yes, this is
Yeah,
a middleweight. So I think he
yeah,
fought the Pirate first. Yeah, he fought the
and that
Pirate
was a surprise
first.
because we all thought the pirate was
Yeah,
gonna beat him.
yeah. I mean, yeah, because it was going up. I mean, the Pirate also is a good striker, but I think MVP just really took advantage of the fact that he has just one eye. And he was just too fast. I mean, coming from a lower weight class, also, he already had the speed advantage. But we're thinking maybe the power, the size, the physicality. But he's shown by beating Jared Cannonier essentially all three rounds. I mean, there was a bit in the third round. Some people might
Mm.
say Cannonier were in the third round because he was able to control him for a bit. But I think just if you're going by the rules, um, MVP probably still won that round because Cannonier didn't necessarily get to do anything with his control. Like no submission threats, not really much ground and pound, so he wasn't able to do anything significant. So MVP potentially won every round of that fight. It was a masterclass. I mean, he didn't get the
Yeah,
finish, but Cannonier is a difficult person to finish. Up because
yeah,
he's
because this
very
man
hard to
used to
finish.
fight at heavyweight.
At heavyweight, yeah. Yeah, all the way
Yeah.
down. Heavyweight. And he has knockouts in all three divisions he's been in. Knockout at heavyweight,
Mm.
knockout at light heavyweight, knockout at middleweight.
Mm, mm, mm,
And
mm.
yeah, MVP was able to style on him. So yeah, I mean, now it's like which weight class will he get a title shot in? Because they're both extremely, I would say, they're both extremely
Packed.
yeah, they're kind of packed. I mean, for a while, everyone was kind of saying middleweight is slow, but now it feels like it's picking up because there were a bunch of prospects, such as, Imavov, who he was there, but he was never really a problem until now. I mean, now he's
Yeah.
like putting the hands on people. Even I too, I wasn't necessarily really sold on him. Even his fight with Cannonier, I feel like Cannonier was doing good in that fight, and he did get the stoppage, but it was kind of early. It feels like with Imavov, he never really did that crazy thing where it was like, okay, this guy is a problem.
Yeah,
He's a good
yeah.
striker, and he's
Mm.
shown it against everyone. But I remember I was even talking with a buddy one time, and I was just saying that Imavov, he just seems like he lacks that kind of killer instinct to end the fight. Like his striking is good, he'll be doing good, But most of the time, he either needs a person to make like a very, very significant mistake for him to capitalize on,
Mm.
or like, you know, if the person kind of just stifles his output, he'll be keen to just stand at range and keep, just testing the waters, like just
Yeah.
throwing single strikes.
I mean,
And it's
I
something that's interesting about him. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he keeps it basic and it works for him, you know what I mean? He's not always looking for the knockout. He's just like there
Yeah.
just fighting and almost like sparring at some point, but he's winning doing it, and I can't
Yeah.
knock it
Yeah.
to be honest, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think the fight that really woke him up, because if you look at his last couple of fights, so he just beat Borralho, which we're gonna speak more about. Before that, he knocked out Izzy in a fight where he was doing very good, but essentially Izzy made a very terrible mistake. He might have capitalized on it, and it was also after an eye poke, which also happened in the Borralho fight. Actually, I feel like it's almost every Imava fight at this point, because he has that style where he holds out his hands. And even Borhalio, if you watch the fight closely, you will see that at some point he's trying to avoid getting eye poked by Amava. Because like if you're trying to close the distance on him, he has his fingers like directly in front of your
Mm.
head.
He's
So
doing
that
that
makes it
Joan
difficult for
Jones.
these guys. Yeah, yeah, and the referees keep warning him, but I don't know if he doesn't care, or he's waiting for them to actually take a point. But that's
Yeah.
essentially how you won the fight against Izzy, is
Easy,
eye
yeah,
poke,
yeah.
and then Izzy had 5 minutes, but Izzy was like, for like, let's keep going, right? And then of course he switched
Yeah.
stances at the wrong time, while he still couldn't see, got knocked out. Berhalio got eye poked, I think 3 times, but there was one that was very bad, right? There was
Yeah,
one that was
yeah, yeah.
extremely bad. I know he probably eye poked some other opponents. I'm not sure if he eye poked Allen, but yeah, essentially, yeah. If you look at this fight, so versus Buhalio right now, that was actually a very, very good fight. Like he kind of just stifled Borralho, and yeah, I was talking about his fight with Sean Strickland. In that fight with Strickland, he looked very good, but it was a Strickland that was coming off the couch. He wasn't really in training camp. It was at light heavyweight. The Robert looked good, but it seemed like Strickland just kind of like ate everything that he had and was just walking him down. Like Strickland just walked him down for 5 rounds, and was just like putting it on him. And yeah, like after that fight, he fought Curtis, right? And yeah, I believe that was a no contest.
Is
Yeah,
this
I
with
believe
who?
that fight was a no contest. Imava versus Curtis. I believe there was a no contest.
Yeah, no contact. Yeah, no contact.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I believe
no
it was
contact.
a no contest. So it's like
Yeah.
he's been having these weird fights where he eye pokes someone, or he, like the fight with Chris Curtis, headbutt. That was a headbutt. Then
He's been
his fight
he's been
against,
getting lucky.
yeah, I don't know if it's luck, or I don't know, maybe it's just his fighting style. Because wait, even the fight after that, the one with Dolidze, if you remember, there was a point where he kicked Dolidze in the head, right? Like the
Mm,
Dolidze, it technically by the rules right now, right? It was a legal kick, but like with the rules that the UFC have been using for a while, was illegal because he had the Leeds back, right? And in the Leeds, he was putting his hands on the floor, so he'll be considered a grounded opponent. But then he raises his hands at one point, and then Imavo, of course, kicked him in the face. And then the referee was kind of confused, and this and that and everything. And it's like, it was just that, because what would happen was Imavo would be, piecing up the Leeds. Then after a while, the Leeds would clinch up, he would get his back taken, and then he would just be he was doing the
mm.
Alger special, I would say. And then at one point, I think it was twice where Mavov like kicked him on the head, but second time he was complaining, and it's like, nah, that's legal. And he won that, but it was a weird fight. Like he won, but it was a weird fight. The one after that was the Cannonier one, where Cannonier was doing good and he got the stoppage, but it was like kind of like an early stoppage. The fight against Brendan Allen was pretty good, I would say. But then we spoke about the one with Adesanya, the one with Borhalia right now. Like he's very good, but the problem is just that like every one of his wins has like there's always some kind of,
Something
yeah, yeah.
controversial.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It it
like
it almost reminds me of the former champ.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like I he's a very good fighter, but if I wasn't a Bava fan or something, this and that, like I don't really have any fights where I'm like, okay, he outclassed this guy. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the one fight that we could say, oh, he really did outclass the guy is Borhalio. But even then, like there were how many eye pokes in the fight?
Insane.
And of course, like Borhalio is not gonna make any excuses or anything, but he
Mm,
was getting blinded.
mm. On
But
the topic of the fight nerd, how about Carlos Prate's performance against Jeff
yes,
Neal?
yes, he
Man,
actually did very, very good. So that's on the, I believe that's on the card of Duplessis versus Chimaev, right?
yes, yes, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So we can switch over to that card real quick. So, yeah, I mean, we were saying on the podcast last episode that we picked Neil to win, but we thought it would be
yeah.
a thing where Prates could potentially hurt him, but he would not be able to finish, and then Jeff Neil would just play it safe, play it clean, and
Oof,
then try to like secure the victory. Just using his betting with his very grit. But Prates showed us like he came in guns blazing from the beginning.
my
He
goodness.
came in guns blazing. He was on.
He
And
was
then
on,
like
and the thing
at
is,
the
he was patient.
buzzer, yeah, yeah, he was patient. So he was hurting Jeff Neal already. And then at the buzzer, I don't know, you just stopped. All right, let me spinning back elbow KO'd him. Crazy out of
He was like,
nowhere.
"Goodbye, my nigga. Back to the lobby."
Like so crazy out of nowhere. And then, of
Nah,
course, in the next fight, Lauren Murphy KOs Aaron Pico out of nowhere too. And I think
insane.
even Prates made a joke. He was like, "Oh, Leon Murphy owes him a portion of his check because he saw his knockout and then did it." So he's
Nah,
like joking that like, "Oh yeah,
now
even Leon Murphy owes him a check."
that setup was beautiful by Laura Murphy because he was timing when
Pico.
Aaron Pico was coming into the striking range, and he was actually timing it because at one time I think he tried to take him down, and he's like, "Okay, I got your time," and then the next time he did it, bang, he hit him with an elbow and knocked him out. I think he did other things when he was trying to push the pace because Aaron Pico likes to go in and do that boxing stuff and go to the body and hit the head, sort of like what
Ilya?
Ilya Taporia does. Yes, that's exactly what I was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I would
but
say,
somehow Ilya gets away with that shit. I don't know
yeah.
how.
I think Ilya just has patience,
Yeah,
extremely
yeah,
good timing, and he has extremely good head movement as well.
yes,
Pico,
yeah.
I don't think Pico moved his head at all because
Nah.
like even the way he got knocked out, it's like he was of course, and some people are calling this a fraud check. I'm not sure if it is because of course he's couple from Bellator. He was talking about how he wants to be champ, this and that. Like this is not looking good for the Bellator fighters because all of I think MVP is pretty much the only one that's doing good
Yeah.
right now, right? I mean, I think Pitbull is he got a win, but it wasn't really super exciting. The one over that Ige, but at least
Yeah.
he bounced back from his first fight, which Yair styled on him. So he bounced back from that. But
Mm.
then now they have their golden boy here, and Pico get flatlined in the first
In the
round.
first round.
Yeah, and the thing is, if he's getting flatlined like that by Lerone Murphy, I am scared of what the other fighters in this weight class do to him because Lerone
Oh
Murphy is
my
not
god.
even a knockout artist like that. Like
Legit.
he's not like Lopes. He's not like Josh Emmett. He's not like John Silva. You know, he's not like I mean, he's not even Volk. I feel like I would expect that more from Volk than from Lerone
Really?
Murphy.
I
Yeah,
would
because
disagree. I don't think Volk got power more than Laura Murphy like that.
well, I don't think Volk has that as much power as Eward Murphy, but his accuracy with
Okay. Okay.
if Leon Murphy
Mm.
can knock out um Aaron Pico in the first round, best believe Volkanovski is knocking about in the first round as well. Because the
Okay. Yeah.
problem with Aaron Pico is I feel like he just like he's not really setting anything up. And if you look at his fight with Pico, because it's first round, he just started crowding him and pushing. And I think he was just hoping to overwhelm Duran Murphy. But even Duran Murphy himself said it. He said you can't pressure high level fighters like that because I know it
They'll
worked a
read.
lot for him in Bellator, but like he would be pressuring these guys, and we'd watch some of his knockouts. He would be going to the
Mm,
body, to the head, and then these guys they can't, decide what's coming next, and then they just freeze, and then they get hit with a right hook or a right overhand, and then you get slipped or like a
mm.
left hand. I think there was one nasty knockout I saw where he hit a guy with the left hand. So essentially, with him, he's not used to guys being able to adapt that quick on the fly, and then he's able to pressure them and knock them out. But someone like Leon Murphy, he's more calculated. I mean, I was expecting maybe he would get like a takedown, maybe grind it out and stuff, but he
Yo, can
timed
you
that
hear
spinning
me?
back elbow, which maybe he does owe Prates the money, because maybe if Prates didn't do it, he wouldn't have thought to do that. Because that's a very interesting thing to do in the moment. Like you're getting pressured, and then you just
What the
spinning
hell?
back elbow him. This sucks for Enfico too, because it's like if he had went to war with Leon Murphy, I feel like we would have given him our props, right? Because we would be like, oh, he came in against the. I'm not sure what Leroy was ranked at the time. Maybe number 5 at the time. Yeah, I think maybe he was ranked at number 5 at the time.